What is going on, everybody? This your man Big B along with Big G. Man, I apologize. I had some technical difficulties. Somebody hit our power grid earlier today, and it has been a nightmare trying to get back on live. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you as always. We are in here live on the big show here on Steelers Almighty. So appreciate everybody being in here and being patient with us, man. Let's get into some of this, G. What's first off, what's going on with you, my man?
Man, listen, man. I'm exhausted. Let's just be clear, bro. My daughter got married on Friday. The reception was Saturday. I was in the Steelers street Sunday. Monday I was back out in the street, and we to Tuesday. But it's all good in the hood, man. And thank everybody from the live chat, because they were on all the platforms. I was on Know It Alls, all everywhere else, and saying, man, congratulations, G, congratulations. Thank you guys for the support. It was really, really, really felt. And thank you from Big B and our executive producer, man. You guys are family to me, man. So we thank y'all, man. Now we got a new addition. The diabolical son-in-law has joined the format, man. He's joined the format.
Absolutely. Well, man, again, I appreciate everybody being in here and being patient with us. Glad everybody is in here. It helped because now we got more people in here to start the show than what we usually do, G.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Oh yeah.
but appreciate members being in here. Everybody, uh, just want to welcome everybody in, man. Like I said, thank you guys as always. Members always get their comments and questions up on the screen. Mike in Texas, yes, we are back. Beck, which is Brazilian porcagee slang. Lord have mercy, man. We got a good show for you guys today, man.
Mm-hmm.
As always, again, Carson Beck might be in the building. Why the Steelers are hosting the Miami quarterback. I mean, he's in the building. So I don't know. I don't know. It's driving me insane, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be honest with you. If you think that I'm out on Will Howard, and I am, Lord, I don't even want to get started on Carson Beck, G, but it is what it is. Um, Michael Pittman, the heist, the national media names Khan's trade the best move of the offseason. Talk a little
Mm-hmm.
bit about that. Um, and then, look, the topics tonight, the Canty confidence. Chris Canty at ESPN said he's more confident in Mike McCarthy than he was ever in Mike Tomlin. So we'll discuss that. The draft smoke. Like I said, Carson Beck. We've got some people from other network or from networks that are talking about what the Steelers may do. And then Value King breaking down the Pittman deal. And
Mm-hmm.
Kate Adams joins in, G, breaking down the Michael Pittman Jr. deal. So that's what we got going on. Again, if you want your comment, question, or rant up on the screen, super chats are wide open. We just got one from our man Steve. He said, "Hey, Biggs, I made it tonight. Looking forward to a good show. Appreciate you, man. Thank you as always. Hey, Miss Felicia, how you doing? So appreciate you, appreciate you." And Miss Felicia says, "We're kicking the tires on a car we're never going to drive." Kind of, kind
I
of.
hope so. I hope so, Felicia. I hope so. The trash. But we'll get to it, B. We got to get to it in a minute, man.
Absolutely. So let's talk about it. First off, the new faces, new members. Sebastian Joseph Day, G. He officially signs, claims he's familiar um, with number 69. I don't know what that means. Again,
Whoa.
Miss Christine, Miss Christine, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Jaquan Brister pivots for number 1 to number 3. That's his new number. Rico
Mm-hmm.
Dowdle settles on number 13. Michael
Mm-hmm.
Pittman is going to keep his number 11. And Jamel Dean will keep his number 35. I have no idea what that means that Sebastian Joseph Day is familiar with 69, G. I don't know.
It's diabolical. It's diabolical. But I think it goes back to maybe his collegiate days, and
It
that's
could.
what he was wearing up in the collegiate days. But for him, B, let me say this first. Let's be the serious part. This guy, what we have been asking for in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for a legitimate zero technique shade, one technique shade. Now I understand and know in Tennessee that wasn't his gig, but he's a prototype guy. This is not Keanu Benton that you're going to see getting helicoptered and knocked all over the damn place, you know, and see him facing the opposite way. You're not going to see that. He holds down that nose tackle position. So listen, I'm not saying he's going to start, but the deal is, being, you know this, Hayward ain't trying to go inside. Harmon ain't trying to go inside. Black's not built to play there. So this guy actually helps the rotation of we need from the inside to hold it down. B. That's what I'm saying right off the bat for him. Right off the bat, we got a guy that can actually play a true nose in a 3-4 defense, man.
And that's the thing. And one of the things though is he's super versatile. Like he
Mm-hmm.
can do a lot, G. He can play the nose, he can play 2, he can play a 4-eye, he can play a 5, he can move
Mm-hmm.
up and down the line, and he is a
Mm-hmm.
very good run stuffer. So for me,
Mm-hmm.
I like that about him, that he's versatile, but he can play. He played nose tackle and did it well. He
Yeah,
did it
thanks.
well. He's got good hand placement, understands leverage, understands pressure points, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like that about Sebastian Joseph Day. I like that about him. I think, look, this is something we need to be happy with. It's not one of those big name free agent signings, but there's always those signings, G, that kind of go, oh, that's an interesting move, or hell, that's a smart move by the Steelers. That's a good pickup. And again, sometimes, G, those guys when they sign, it's for a little bit of money. He didn't
Yes.
sign for a little bit of money. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
2 years, 11 million. You got 6 million guaranteed. That's
Mm-hmm.
not like a 1 year, 1.5 million league minimum. That's not what he signed for.
Yeah.
So I think the Steelers are looking for some stuff from this young man.
Oh, bro, the bread alone tells me he's going to get substantial minutes. Hell, he
Yes,
might get starter minutes for the
yes,
bread. The bread alone tells me that's what they brought him here for. So,
correct.
I also believe this. I believe Graham handpicked him. Like when a defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator comes in and they start picking the guys that they like that fit their scheme. I believe Graham handpicked this dude and said, okay, he can be what I need at that nose position, but has the versatility on different downs because, defensive linemen, we need them for 3 downs.
Correct.
The days of not having a guy on the field for 2 downs is going to an end. So he can play that nose, take on a double team, keep people off of Queen and Wilson, whoever else we got playing inside linebacker. But also, if they don't want to run personnel off the field, switch him out to the 5 technique and he can get after the quarterback. So that
Correct.
between the bread and his versatility, hell yeah, we got one. And that's what you do when you know you're building quality roster depth for the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. Quality roster depth.
Right. So there's a good super chat by our man Kirk
Mm-hmm.
Hankinson. Said Big B, Joseph Day 6'4", 310, Benton 6'4", 309. You said Benton is too small. Isn't Joseph Day too small? The way first of all, it's a good question, but
Mm-hmm.
the way that Keanu Benton plays, that's why he's too small. For instance, remember Hargrave.
Mm-hmm.
Hargrave wasn't big, but he played nose tackle and did it well. It's if you understand leverage and you play with leverage and understand pressure points, hand placement, all those things, then you can play there. The difference is Keanu Benton doesn't understand that because I don't think Keanu Benton was ever a nose tackle. And if you've never a nose tackle, that's a problem, G.
Mm-hmm.
Where Sebastian Day, or Joseph Day, he has been a nose tackle. So that's a
Mm-hmm.
big difference there.
Yeah.
Arch Baby Doll says, good evening, Big B and Big G. What's going on, Arch Baby Doll? We appreciate you. But that's the difference from me. Also, got to give a shout out here to the favorite, just became a member. We appreciate your favorite. Thank you
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
joining in on us. But that's where I'm at with it is that, yeah, no, BG, his audio is a little messed up. My audio was messed up. His is messed up. It is what it is, man. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Technology sometimes doesn't work. But
It's so, sometimes it's big trash, but I'm gonna work on it. I'm working on it on my end.
so
How's that
super,
sound? How's that
it's
sound?
better. But
Okay, yeah.
from
Let's look. Might sound better. Might sound better.
Hypershot with the super chat, and he said, been watching you for a while. Account name used to be Rico. Keep doing your thing, sir. Let's go Steelers. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you very, very much. So
Yeah, yeah.
here's the thing. Mike Tyson's co-host, the new D-line Sebastian Joseph Day, used to co-host a
Mhm.
podcast with Mike Tyson. Did anybody know that?
I
Because
didn't.
I know I didn't know that, G. I had no clue.
Well, B, let me say this right off the bat. Green Acres. Green. Let me say it right off the bat. If he hosted a show with Mike Tyson, there was Green Acres all over the place, man. There was Green Acres. Them boys is as bad as Up in Smoke. They getting it on over there because that's what Mike Tyson do. So it's some green acring going on over there right off the back, B. Right off the
There
bat.
is. There
Mhm.
is. Yeah, I had no idea that was what was going on. They interviewed like Ric Flair, The Undertaker, Joe Rogan, all
Lord have
these
mercy.
people. So maybe we got a little bit of a celebrity over there with us too, Big G. Not only can he play D line, he's a little celebrity. Um, let's move on. Daniel Jeremiah from NFL Network, the latest mock draft.
Mhm.
Okay, O tackle is what he is saying in round one. NFL media Daniel Joseph projects Pittsburgh going
Mhm.
offensive tackle in the first round of the 2026 draft. There's a massive buzz that the Steelers will prioritize the offensive line, and Jeremiah mocks that the theory in print. So,
Mm.
do you think? I mean, look, there's a lot of talk about the Steelers going left guard with, I
Facts.
mean, obviously with Vega,
Let's be
but
clear.
a left tackle is more important than a left guard. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
left tackle is more important than a left guard. I mean, that's just facts. Having
Mhm.
said all of that, what do you think, G, about the Steelers going or left guard, or excuse me, left tackle at 21?
Well, this is what I'm seeing. If they're talking about that, and because we already know where there's smoke, there's fire. If they're talking about that, could it be a possibility to go right tackle and flip Fautano? Could that be the deal? Because B, there ain't that many left tackles. By the time we get to 21, I think most of the guys that we would target at the left tackle position is adios muchachos, bro. They're not going to be sitting on the board. So if that's the case, right, do they target a guy like Proctor
He'll
who
be
could
there.
be a left tackle, or do they say, okay, we're going to get the best right tackle available and flip Fautano into the left tackle? Because it could go either way if that's the case. But the left side of the offensive line needs the most help, period. Left guard and left tackle. But I wouldn't be shocked if they flip Fautano, bro. I wouldn't be shocked.
That would be a mistake
It
because
is. That's facts.
number one, he prefers the right side. I know he played both in college. His
Mm-hmm.
last 2 years he played left tackle, but he
Mm-hmm.
prefers the right side, and he said so. I
Mm-hmm.
prefer playing the right side. So if he
Mm-hmm.
prefers playing right, he played pretty good playing right. Why
Facts.
all of a sudden do we want to move him to left? That would be a mistake. But look, even if here's the thing, all left tackles in the National Football League don't get drafted in round one.
Facts.
That's the one thing that we got to remember is
Mm-hmm.
that every left tackle in the National Football League was not a first round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
So to act like that's the only place that we can take a starter, that's not true. That's not
Facts.
true. Let me get to
Mm-hmm.
some new members though first, because I don't want to disrespect him. Mr. Anthony became a member. We appreciate you, Mr. Anthony. Thank you very much. And then Hexper Shot. Thank you very, very much for becoming a member, man. We appreciate you. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm at with the G, and that's where I'm at with the chat. Remember, every starter that you get doesn't have to be in the first round. I mean, if a guy's in the second round and he can play, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm saying is that every guy doesn't have to be drafted in the first round. And I think sometimes, myself included, I lose sight of that and think,
Mm-hmm.
oh, well, he didn't get drafted in the first round. That's not who we want. Well, yeah, it's who we want. We damn sure
Facts.
want that guy.
Mm-hmm. This is the diabolical part of it, though. Do you know how many Yens will have a heart attack if we go left guard first, left tackle second? Oh my God, they're going to have a conniption. They're going to lose control in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or if we go left tackle first and left guard second. They're
Yeah.
gonna be like, "What the hell? We didn't draft no receiver. What the? Dog, they're gonna lose it, B. They're gonna lose it." So, and maybe they don't give a damn. Maybe Khan and Waddle, and Andy Waddle and Art Rooney the second. Maybe they don't give a damn. But bro, if they go back to back offensive line with the first and the second, oh my God, it's gonna be diabolical. But it might be the correct thing to do. It might be the correct thing to do. It might be because we have a need on the left side of the offensive line. Let's be clear. That's the truth of it.
I mean, you know me, G. I would take an offensive line in the first round every year if I could.
Hell yeah.
Every
Me too.
single year. You know me. I don't
Facts.
care. Always upgrade the offensive line. So,
Mhm.
it might be the right thing to do. Again, we address the receiver position where we need. Now, do we need more? Of course.
Mhm. Mhm.
But if the object is to get your football team the best that it can be, obviously quarterback, and again, you know how I feel. You got to keep quarterback separate because
Mhm.
obviously quarterback's the most important. So I keep
Yeah.
that by itself. But the
Mhm.
next most important position is offensive line. You got to get it
Facts.
right, G. You just got to
Mhm.
get it right.
B, would you be pissed if we
No,
took Proctor in the first and Pragon in the second?
absolutely
Oh my,
not.
oh my God, I'd be so happy.
Well, I don't
Oh my
know because
God.
I don't know about Proctor. I'm not confident about Proctor.
Man,
That's my
look.
366. He's gonna be 380 by the time the season starts. Yeah, I don't know that I want that being my left tackle.
But he came down, bro. He came down to 340 at the combine.
He did. He was
He ke-
340 at the combine. You're right. You're
But
right.
bro, Proctor and Pragon.
I would take it.
Listen,
I'll
listen.
take
Dowdell,
it.
Dowdell going for 2 stacks. He
Yeah.
going for 2 stacks. Somebody going for 1,500 in Pittsburgh. I don't
I'll
know if
take
it's Warren or Dowdell. Somebody getting 1,500. If that's your left side, oh man, we're running the ball. We're running the ball. Let's go. So yeah, I don't know, but the Yens, they ain't gonna be able to take it, bro. They ain't gonna be able to take it if we go back to back linemen. They ain't gonna take it. They ain't gonna take it.
Yeah. Mike said with Driftwood coming back, we may need to spend. See, this is what I'm talking about. We need to spend 10 of the 12 picks on O line with Driftwood.
Yeah,
Driftwood is growing on me, G. It's growing
yeah.
on me. It's growing
Dog,
on me.
I mean, we lost. We lost. We lost. There's no more Super Hayward.
Nope.
There's no more Pierre Lapue.
Nope.
There's no more Curious George.
Nope.
So, but we got Driftwood.
We got
We got Drift.
Driftwood.
And
And we have
B
no more
Chris.
quiet water either.
Oh, he gone too. Get Quiet Water out of here too. But
We
B,
don't
but you know who's gonna be happy if we go 2 big dudes? You know who's gonna be thrilled? Christine, I swear to God, she gonna leave her Christmas tree up. The
yeah.
minute we pick 2 big dudes, Christine is gonna decorate her Christmas tree and leave it lit up from April all the way to December. She's
Yeah.
gonna leave it lit up. I promise you. I
No, I
promise
know
you that's what
so.
Christine gonna do. Yeah.
Miss Christine and her big men. Lord have mercy.
hmm
Khan's plan, says Mr. Torsha. Appreciate it, man. But yeah,
mm
um, it is what it is. I'm not gonna be furious. I won't if they go O line the first 2 picks. I don't think they will,
hmm
but I'm not gonna be furious about it. So
hmm
uh, moving on. Look, we missed out like the guard gap. Talking about Wyatt Teller went to
hmm
Houston. Wyatt Teller to me fell off the last 2 years. There's a lot of people
Facts.
talking about him, and I just wasn't a big fan. I wasn't a big fan of his, so I don't know if that's a miss or not, G.
Mm. It's not. It's not. B, there was after Edwards was gone, I was cool. Looking around what's available in free agency. After Edwards was gone, to make sure that left guard position was there, I was cool. So it's obvious we're going in the draft. What round, when at, first, second, third, but we're going in the draft. We're going to get a left guard, probably a starter in the draft. So I don't want the only veteran that's out there on the offensive line that I'd be willing to take a risk for 1 year is Taylor Decker. He's the only guy left that I would bring in and maybe play left tackle, and then
Mhm.
we get a left guard. He's the only player left out there in free agency because Edwards is gone. Walker, I wanted Walker to play left tackle. It's the Steelers don't want to spend that free agency money because they know coming up they got to pay Fautanu, they got to play Zach Frazier, they got to pay him. So I get that. So you restart the kid, and that's why it's so important what you said. You got to take linemen every year or every other year because guys are going to walk out the door if you decide not to pay them. So you got to keep restocking it. This is Walmart, bruh. You keep restocking. You don't run out of something and then leave the shelf empty. You keep running them in there. That's why, because you cannot win in the National Football League without quality offensive linemen. Keep drafting them. Keep restocking it. I want 9 or 10 all the time, B. I don't give a damn. I want 9 or 10 linemen all the time.
Yeah, no, and that's the whole thing is because you can't pay every lineman. Like you could probably pay 3 of them, but you can't pay 5. That's just the way that it works. You can't re-up and pay 5 of them. So you got to be able to draft some people, and then also you got to be able to get somebody through free agency. But you can't be paying, top dollar for offensive linemen. Not all of them. You're not going to be able to do. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work because the money won't work, and that's the whole thing. The money won't work. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Got a super chat here from BSG. Said Marvin Mims said for a pick can do return in slot 5'11", 182 pounds after the water trade may be available. Makes the first round pick BPA. The thing about Marvin Mims, I don't dislike him, but Denver's not going to give him up.
No.
Denver, I mean, he's their speed guy. Now, I know Waddle's there, but again, he's on a rookie contract. He's pretty good. They're not paying a ton of money. He can do exactly what we want him to do here. He's going to be doing the exact same thing in Denver. So I don't see them. Now, you call him. I would call him and say, hey, man, we got a 6th-round pick for you. What do you want to do? But other than that, I think that's kind of where you leave it. But I love the question because I like Marvin Mims. I do. I just don't think the Steelers are going, or I don't think the Broncos, I should say, are going to give up on him or let that go. I don't think that's going to happen.
The Broncos are all in.
Yeah, they're all in.
They're actually pissed that they didn't go to the Super Bowl.
Correct.
They're like, if Bo Nix don't get hurt, we win the chip.
Correct.
So they're all in. They're all in. They ain't giving up nothing. They ain't giving up nothing. Not for that. No way. No way. But I like it though. I like it.
I like Mims, but just what you said. Denver's going all in because again, they're not paying a quarterback. So when you don't pay a quarterback, you can acquire all these contracts. You can pay big money, and they're like, nah, we don't need draft picks. We're trying to win a Super Bowl. And Marvin Mims will help them win a Super Bowl, just like he would help us. So I don't see them coming off him. It wouldn't make sense, but you never know.
Facts.
You never know. So
yeah, I'm cool. I'm
and
cool.
this is a good point by KTB. He said Waddle gets hurt too often. You're right about that.
That's facts too. Yep.
He gets hurt a lot. So you got to keep him. You got to keep him. So let's go to topic number 1. Again, I want to thank everybody for being in here and make sure, again, I'm on location. I mean, I'm in my house, but I'm on a different location because having some technical issues today. That somebody hit a generator in my neighborhood and the power went out. So I think it did something to my connection. So I apologize. That's why we were late. But anyway, super chats are wide open. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're in here, make sure that you do. Hit the like button as well, people. We want to get as many people in here as possible tonight. So Chris Canny of ESPN says that he has more confidence in the Steelers under Mike McCarthy than he ever was under Mike Tomlin, G. The system versus the standard. Canny argues that Tomlin relied on the standard, a culture of motivation to achieve or to overachieve with bad rosters, whereas McCarthy builds a process, a repeatable offensive system that ensures efficiency regardless of the emotional state of the locker room. Number 1, do you believe that?
Hell no. Hell no, I don't believe it. Right? There are 2 different styles of coaching. Right? Now, listen, I Mike Tomlin in my rearview mirror. But let's be clear. Mike Tomlin won a lot of football games with chicken wire, bobby pins, and two-way mirrors. Think about some of the guys he had playing quarterback, some of the guys he had key positions, and he still won football games.
But let me
Mike McCarthy.
let me break in for you though, G.
Mhm.
Was that his doing?
Part of it, absolutely.
Okay.
Part of it was. Part of it was because Mike McCarthy was extremely stubborn, extremely headstrong,
You mean
and
Mike
wanted to
Tomlin?
do it his way. Mike Tomlin, extremely stubborn, extremely headstrong, and wanted to do it his way. Now, Mike McCarthy, on the other hand, has had a lot of not just financial freedom, but good GM to get him the players that he needed in both Green Bay and Dallas. Mike McCarthy's offensive system, we know, is light years ahead of Mike Tomlin's offensive system. We know
Right.
that, right? But however, Mike McCarthy has some of the biggest, huge issues that Mike Tomlin has because Mike McCarthy ain't won a damn playoff game in how long? And Mike McCarthy had a loaded roster in Dallas and couldn't win, right? He won one Super Bowl in Green Bay, just like Mike Tomlin won one Super Bowl in Pittsburgh. He ain't been to scene to sniff no Super Bowl in God knows how long. But it's two different styles. So if Canty is saying that he likes that offensive style and the way to play, okay, that's cool. But at the same time, don't throw Tomlin under the bus about it because Tomlin was a stubborn, defensive-minded guy. Now, will Pittsburgh look completely different? Hell yeah, they're going to look different. The middle of the field's going to be wide open. You're going to see some exotic things going on the offense. You're going to see them go vertical a lot. So it'll look different. But to say that and everybody has preference. Don't get that twisted either. Everybody has a bias about what they like and dislike. So Canty's just like, okay, I want offense versus defense. And I get it, but I don't like the whole back and forth saying one's better. And I get it. You got your own preference, but nah, go on somewhere. Go on somewhere with that, bro. Go on somewhere with that.
Well, here's my thing. What Candy is saying, he's not wrong. Because talking about Mike Tomlin got more with less. But
Mm-hmm.
I think part of that was Mike Tomlin's own fault.
Fact.
Not hiring a reliable offensive coordinator, having those garbage systems that that couldn't do anything. And just some of the boneheaded stuff. And then when we did have an offense, Mike Tomlin was supposed to be a defensive mastermind. When we had the killer bees, we couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Couldn't.
So, I see what Candy is saying. I mean, so I don't think he's wrong, but it is two different styles. But I think people are going overboard with the Mike Tomlin disrespect. That's my
Facts.
whole thing, and I feel you on that, G, because I think that's where you're going. Is that people have just gone overboard with the Mike Tomlin disrespect? If you don't like him, fine, but you would like him just fine if he won games. That's the
Mhm.
issue. He didn't win enough playoff games, and he didn't. But you
Mhm.
could say the same thing about Mike McCarthy because Mike McCarthy, he won 12 games 3 years in a row in Dallas, and they won one playoff game. In 2 of those years, Dallas had the best roster in football. So,
Facts.
and that's the thing. That's what people don't want to understand. I live here in Dallas, and they'll tell you. I mean, but
Mhm.
everybody knows you watch football. Hell, there was one year Dallas had like 11 Pro Bowlers, and they weren't just write-in Pro Bowlers or anything. These were guys that earned it. I think they had 5 All Pros on their team. Like
Mhm.
they were just fine. That's all I'm talking about. Is so Dallas had a very good roster, and they weren't able to win. Now, is it all on Mike McCarthy that they didn't win? No, I don't want to say that either because we do the
Mhm.
same thing with Mike Tomlin. It wasn't all Mike Tomlin the reason that the Steelers didn't win a playoff game either. It's
Facts.
never always 100% one, 100% the other. Too many people try to do that, and that's just not the case. Too many
Mhm.
people try to say that it's all the coach or it's all the players. That's never the case. It's never going to be the case.
Mhm.
So for me, I just think it's two different styles, and it's also too early to be making these damn comparisons. Can we let Mike McCarthy
Yeah.
coach a game? Can we
Yeah.
can we let Mike McCarthy have a practice, G? Can we
Yeah.
allow that to happen before we
Yeah.
start trying to compare him to Mike Tomlin? I mean, it's gonna happen, and
Yeah.
I encourage it when it happens. Fine. But can
Mhm.
we just get to practice first? Can we get to a damn draft? Can we see who the quarterback's going to be before we
Yeah.
do any of this stuff, G? That's my whole thing.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. Last point about it. Mike
Yeah,
McCarthy then had 3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
you
Dak
have.
going to the Hall. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Aaron Rodgers is Hall. Brett Favre Hall.
I don't
Mike
know about
Tomlin.
Dak. I don't know about Dak going to the Hall of
Dak
Fame.
gonna make it, dog.
How? He's
Dak
won
gonna
2
make,
playoff games.
bruh.
2.
It's diabolical. You know you live in Dallas.
I
When
do.
Jerry Jones and the Star get to talking,
No.
diabolical things happen.
It took Drew
Diabolical.
Pearson 40 years to get into the Hall of Fame.
That is
Drew
facts.
Pearson was played and dominated in Super Bowls. Dak Prescott ain't going to no Hall of Fame, G. Not right now. Not doing what he's done. That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
I think he gets in. Maybe we'll see by the end. But if you say Dak, Favre, Rodgers,
Mm-hmm.
Tomlin had Big Ben and a bunch of trash. So
Well, I mean, hold on, G. He had Big
a
Ben for
bunch of
how
trash.
long?
Well, hell, look how long McCarthy had damn Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Forever. He had him forever. And won 1 bowl. And won
But
1 bowl.
he did. I mean, you're right. He did, but they were living in the NFC Championship game. They were there.
What?
They were winning playoff games. Steelers didn't do that the last 9 years.
Yeah, because part of that also is too, they didn't have as much resistance. I mean, don't forget, we had to run against Tom Brady a whole lot, dog.
Okay.
That stuff was diabolical. And we had to run against Peyton Manning. So we had to run against Peyton Manning and Tom Brady a whole lot.
I mean, I get it. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that comparison, I'm just not sure that's the right one.
Okay,
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, and I think you're right, but I just don't think that comparison necessarily is the right one.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I get it. I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as Chris Canty, I don't know, man. I know what it is. There's not a whole lot to talk about right now, so people got to talk about something, and they got to try to create a conversation. And I get it. But for me, I don't know. Like I said, can we just let them pick the quarterback first? Before we start making these comparisons, I think it's nuts to do
Go
that
through
right
one regular season. Go and tell me what he looks like at the end. Because B, I know something else too, and you know this.
now.
Let them have a losing season this year.
Oh, they want him fired. The national media will be saying, see, that's why Mike Tomlin is great. That's exactly what they'll be saying.
Mm-hmm. Let him mess around and go 8-9.
Correct.
Let him mess around and go 9-8.
Correct.
Let him mess around and miss the playoffs.
Correct.
Come on, man. And what we've already seen with the building and the flipping of the 53-man roster. This roster is damn near better than any roster Tomlin's had for the last 5-6 years. Right now.
I mean,
now.
Some of that's on him, though, G.
True. That's facts.
I mean,
that is facts.
Like I said, Mike Tomlin was picking players. We know that. So if the problem is that the roster wasn't very good, that's on him. That's on him.
That's facts. Kevin Colbert, too. Diabolic.
Yeah.
That's horribleness.
On both of them. Correct.
Do you know that last draft that Colbert picked, there's nobody left on the roster? the Colbert's last draft.
Connor Hayward was the last guy, wasn't he?
They all gone. Calvin Austin III was the last man standing.
Yeah.
And there's nobody left from that roster. B, that wasn't like that was a whole long time ago. There's nobody left. That's diabolical. I bet you there's not another NFL franchise that's happened to where everybody from a draft 4 years ago, as 5 years ago, is gone. Come on, man. No way. No way.
Yeah. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. Let's just say that. We know what it was. Adios, muchachos.
Facts.
It was bad. Let's move on, man. So the draft smoke, G, we got to get into this. Carson Beck. Steelers are hosting him. He's coming in. There's been talk all over the place that Carson Beck could be a 3rd-round pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I talked about it this morning on the live before we were rudely interrupted by somebody blowing up a generator in my neighborhood. But we talked about it, and the thing for me is if they take Carson Beck in the third round, they don't like Will Howard. And Mike Florio, and I'll throw this at you, G. Mike Florio said he's hearing that the Steelers actually aren't high on Will Howard, that it's just a smokescreen, that they're not really high on Will Howard. First, let's get your thoughts on Carson Beck, third round to the Steelers.
B, I'm shooting my normal. Hell no! Hell no! In the third, have you lost your mind? I mean, I know you didn't say it. I know you didn't say it. But whoever said it, hell to the no. In the third round, that diabolical trash quarterback that I saw, no, absolutely not. Absolutely. He's not worth the third. His value is not third round. Let's just say that. He's not efficient. B, we've seen games where he totally lost the game. Like me and you, we was back and forth with the Louisville Miami
game. Yes.
I was like, B, look at this diabolical ass quarterback. Look at it. He sucks. He freaking sucks. So no. No, absolutely not. I think it's pure smoke, pure accusation.
Wait, hold on, G. Hold on.
Yeah.
But they brought him in as one of their 30 visits. Why would they do that if it's smoke?
Because B, sometimes we know it's smoke.
Yeah,
all 30 don't mean all 30 don't mean we drafting you. All 30 means that we're gonna show somebody else that we want to interest.
We might want to draft them. And
exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's my hell no. Beck. And you got Nussmeier, you got Aller, you got Klubnik, and I know all three of them are better than him. Hell no, absolutely not. But you know, we doing our due diligence. You know how Omar get down. So, but no, the answer is absolutely no. Hell no. The earliest, fifth. Earliest, and I got to think twice.
I think he'll go before that. I wouldn't do it, but I just know teams. I know how they feel. I know how they are with quarterbacks. He's going to go before the fifth. Claude Bishop tapped in, getting to his super chat. Said they also had Dak throwing pick sixes in every playoff game. Stop drinking the Thunderbird. G. Dak is not a Hall of Famer.
Claude, you lucky you ain't on the know-it-alls, because you know you would be headed. You know exactly where you would be headed. The Matrix, the Rubber Room, whatever thing we got going over there. And the timeout, you know, you gone, Claude. You gone.
We got our main man, Lonzo Dunn, gifted 10 memberships tonight, G. So Alonzo Dunn he's been supporting this channel from day one. There's several people that have been supporting this channel from day one. Appreciate you, Zoe. We know you can't tap in because we know you're at work, Zoe. But again, man, we thank you. We love you. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you very, very much.
Can I just say this?
Yeah.
Zoe, you're a baller. So let me be perfectly clear. I ain't a pocket watcher, but you're a baller. You're a baller, and we appreciate you. We salute you, man. Absolutely. Zoe's a beast. A freaking beast. Let's go, Zoe. Let's go.
CID said the only thing worse than Beck is getting baby hands back. Oh, my God. If we brought baby hands back, I'm telling you, I joke about it. The channel would be shut down immediately. Immediately, G. Immediately. And I know I joke about it. I wouldn't be joking. I would just say, I can't do this with the Steelers. I'm no longer Steelers almighty. I'm no longer Big B. I'm nothing. I give.
We done had lately, man. We done had 4, 5, 6 conversations when we talking about shutting down channels. So it's a lot of diabolicalness out there, man. And we talking about shutting it down. And listen, I'm with you because the know-it-alls is the hell out of here too. Baby hands.
Yeah, we bring back baby hands. The Steelers ain't even trying, man. They're not even trying. I mean, there's still people out there, chat, if you can believe it, that still say that Kenny Pickett is a viable quarterback in the National Football League. There are still people out there saying that. I'm like, the man has been on 4 teams in 4 years. I mean, he didn't even get a cup of coffee in Cleveland. Cleveland, for crying out loud.
They ran him out of there, B. They ran him out. They said, don't you leave that trash in the house. You know it be stinking. Run that trash outside and put it in the dumpster with the quickness. Somebody else will pick it up. And somebody else.
Oh,
But don't
man.
leave it in the house because it stank. It stank. Run that trash on outside. Get it on out of here, man.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, this Carson Beck thing, G. Um, I mean, it doesn't have me worried because I'm not worried until I hear his name called.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, here's the deal. And I broke this down a little bit today on the rant that we had. Is
Mm-hmm.
that Carson Beck if he is a project quarterback, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
We already have a project quarterback on our football team. And
Facts.
if they draft Carson Beck in the third round, even if it's at the end of the third round, number
Mm-hmm.
one, they don't like Will Howard. That would
Facts.
be number one because you're not going
Mm-hmm.
to have two projects on your football team. We also
Mm-hmm.
talked about somebody would have to be the fourth quarterback, and the Steelers aren't going to keep four quarterbacks on their roster, which means
Mm-hmm.
somebody is going to the practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
That would be Will Howard. Like, it's not
Mm-hmm.
going to be Mason Rudolph. You're not going to have one guy who's never taken a snap be the backup, and then another guy that has never taken a snap be the third. So Mason Rudolph would be on the team because I think
Mm-hmm.
Mason Rudolph's going to be on the team no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what then what? So, here's my thing. I am not a Will Howard believer. You know that. The chat knows
Mm-hmm.
that. Anybody that will listen, I will tell them I don't believe that Will Howard is a starting quarterback in the National Football League. It doesn't mean I'm rooting against him because I'm actually rooting for him, but that's just my belief.
Mm-hmm.
But I also believe that he's better than Carson Beck, G. I
Yeah.
believe that. That's my
Yeah.
thing. I think that Will Howard is better than him. So if he's better than him, why the hell? Because if you take Beck in the third round, you have to give him every opportunity before Howard. You
Yeah.
do. And they would. So I don't
Beck
like
comes in. Beck comes in ahead of Will Howard on the depth chart immediately, just because if you took him in the third round, immediately.
yeah,
Immediately he's in front of him, right?
correct.
Will Howard's done at that point. What it because they're not going to invest a third round pick in a guy that they think that could never become the starting quarterback. That's why I said taking him and then taking him in the third round means if that's happened. Now I've seen Omar and Andy make some great moves, but bro, I want Omar and Andy drug tested immediately. If Omar Khan and Andy Waddle take Carson Beck in the third round, I want both of them boys drug tested immediately. Somebody was doing something that they had no damn business doing. They might have drank a whole bunch of liquor the night before. They might have had some other illicits, going on over there. Because he's not worth a third round pick. He's just not. There are many quarterbacks in this draft better than him. And I think Will Howard is definitely better than him. So
Yeah.
so no, hell no. That's it. It's just diabolical. But it's to me, it's all a screen, bro. It's all a smoke screen to me.
And I hope that it is. I hope that it is because the one thing is the pitchforks that would be out because Will Howard wouldn't be getting an opportunity would be crazy.
Yeah.
People would be absolutely lose their mind. Their heads would explode if they
Mm.
take Carson Beck. Now, I think that's going to happen, G, if they take any quarterback in the third round. I think fans are going to lose their mind. And because they lose their mind, that's what I believe. I just believe that wholeheartedly. I believe it wholeheartedly that fans, because I've already seen it in the chat. Well, we haven't seen them play. Well, there's a lot of 6 round picks that you've never seen play. There's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of them that haven't been given an opportunity. That's
Mm-hmm.
just the nature of the business. But
Yeah.
you do give a third rounder an opportunity because a third rounder is expensive draft capital. Your
Mm-hmm.
team is built on between second and fifth round picks, even 6 round picks, you could say.
That's
That's where
facts.
the bulk of your team comes from. But
Mm-hmm.
a third rounder is going to get every opportunity to win the job, and it would be too far down. I mean, like I said, my thoughts on it are you don't need two project quarterbacks on your roster, G. That
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me. I mean, even last year, Skylar Thompson wasn't a project,
Facts.
so I don't think you need that, G. I don't think you need that. Let me get to this super chat real quick here by our main man, Zoe. He said, damn it, minding my business. Said, That requires all attention, and it comes. Jay, about to make me cost someone $50K at Felicia and at Super T. Uh-oh.
That's it's a problem in the chat, B.
I
It's a
didn't see
problem
it.
in the
There's
chat.
something going on.
There's something going on over there, and he talking about dropping 50K.
I know. I'm
He
like,
talking
what
about he talking
the
talking about dropping 50, but he about to say, you think I'm a baller. I'm about to show you I'm a baller.
hell?
Hey,
Jiminy
hey,
Christmas.
so let me be perfectly clear. Any of that 50K that you want to help over here on Steelers Almighty, we greatly appreciate it. We will help you promote your ballerness. We will.
I don't know what happened. Did something go on that I missed out on?
I mean, I see
don't
some
know.
diabolical mess going on over there between Felicia and Upper Teeth and Lonzo, and I'm like, hey. You know,
Uh-oh.
I'll be trying to stay out of it. I'm
Yeah,
trying to stay out of
I'm
it.
partial because it seems like it's getting serious now. It's getting serious.
Yeah, he said he gonna drop 50. Go on ahead, dog. I told you already. That dude's a baller. I told you already.
I think
He's
he said that it's going to almost cost somebody $50K. I don't think it meant he was going to drop $50K.
he might, but you never know. I'm telling you what,
No, you don't.
Zoe get down like that. Zoe get down. I trust a baller. A baller.
Look at Miss Christine. Look at that. Look at Miss Christine. I got to get in there. See.
Hey, Felicia, you gonna have to talk to Christine. You gonna have to talk to Christine in on over there because she might mess it up. she might mess it up. She might. I don't know.
Hey, what's going on, Tom? What is happening, man? Appreciate you out here tonight.
Mm.
So, she says, stop lying, Big G.
Listen, you saying Zoe ain't no ball. Zoe, Felicia said you ain't no baller. Because that's what I was talking about.
Here we go. Here go the gaslighting from G. Okay.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm innocent.
Can we move on? G is off the rails.
Mhm.
I got to keep this moving because otherwise we're going to be on a meat whip, and I can't do that tonight, man. I need to
Why
stay
you?
focused on football. I shouldn't even have brought it up. I know. I
Why did
shouldn't
you
even
say
have
that
brought it up.
word, dog?
I
That's a
apologize.
trigger word. The
It is a
meat whip
trigger
is a
word.
trigger word. Come on, man. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, goodness gracious. So moving on to the next topic, people, is Michael Pittman. The Steelers basically got Michael Pittman for a 6th and a 7th round pick swap and then a $59 million extension. Here's the thing. People think, well, you had to pay him. I'm like, if the Steelers got a wide receiver in free agency, weren't they going to have to pay him? Yes, they were. So to get a guy of Michael Pittman's stature, and that's all you had to do? I mean, other than maybe Alec Pierce, what was the other receiver that was out there that was better than Michael Pittman that was available in free agency? Like,
Nobody.
do we think Romeo Dobbs is better than Pittman? I don't believe that.
Mm-mm.
I mean, who else do you believe that was available in free agency that was better than him?
Nobody.
I don't think there's anybody.
No, nobody. Oh God. She
Look,
put
I
it. She put
can't
the. Oh
believe
my
our
God.
baby doll did it. Oh my goodness.
She put the meat emojis in the damn cut. Oh my God. Oh my
So
God.
Jay Gordon says, does Khan move so far make us a playoff contender? Here's the thing. The Steelers were in the playoffs last year. At this point in time, and let's just say that Aaron Rodgers is coming back, the Steelers roster is better.
Yes.
Minus left guard. I know we got to find a left guard, but the Steelers roster is better. And if you think the offensive system is better, didn't the AFC North get worse? Like, didn't Baltimore get worse? Because I know their offense got worse. And so didn't they get worse? What did Cincinnati do? We still don't believe in that defense and that offensive line. And then there's Cleveland. So doesn't this make the Steelers the fate? Now I know the national media won't tell you that, but to me, yeah, it makes us playoff contenders in my eyes. G.
We are. We're a solid draft and maybe one more free agency signing from being able to go against the big boys. To be able to actually give Buffalo some smoke, give Kansas City some smoke, give Denver some smoke. Hell, we gave New England smoke last year. So we're maybe one free agent signing and a great draft away from giving them all the smoke, all they want. So yeah, absolutely. We're already there. We're already there.
Correct. Justin brought up a good point. I said this at the time. He said we swung at the perfect time when Indy couldn't afford Pierce and Pittman. Indy gave us a
Mm-hmm.
Christmas present. You damn right. I said the
Mm-hmm.
exact same thing. I said we took
Mm-hmm.
advantage of Indianapolis because they had to get rid of them because they couldn't pay both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the Steelers were right there to pick up the pieces. So more power
You
to
know,
them.
who did that, B? That's Omar Khan over there turning over the tea leaves, and Andy Waddle was out there watching the players. Omar Khan was in the back rooms, and he said, "Well, you don't say. you ain't got this amount of money. We got it. You don't say. So you're going to cut him anyway. Just go and give him to us. Go and give him to us. Yeah, and worked out perfect.
It did. It absolutely worked out perfect. CID, didn't you just hear me say that Aaron Rodgers was coming back? 'Cause if we say that Aaron Rodgers is coming back, I just said
Yes.
that, man. So
Yes.
come on, bro. Come on. I know you can hear. I know you can hear me. Don't be that guy. You're better than that. You're better than that. I literally said that. So Fresh West with the super chat. He said, "Make Caleb Johnson the tush push back." Y'all agree? I mean, I don't disagree. G. I don't disagree. I mean, we need somebody to do it, right?
What else he gonna do except play on special teams all damn
Yeah,
year?
yeah, that's
He
another
ain't
point.
he ain't getting no snaps. What the hell are you talking about? He ain't getting near a snap. Not near a snap. Not near a snap.
He's
So
not. You're exactly right.
yeah, get him on the field. Some kind of way, get him out there. I'm with
Yeah,
it.
I'd be with it too. Because that's other than that, I don't see him playing a whole lot this season. But barring injury, I don't see him playing a whole lot at all. I just don't see that. You got two guys, two really good running backs. But that also tells me that he also might be a trade product, G. Like, don't put it past the Steelers to take a late round guy and say, you know what, this guy fits our system better. We'll trade Caleb Johnson for a 6th round pick and move on. I wouldn't put it past him.
Especially if you got a dude like maybe Katron Allen that's maybe sitting there in the 5th. What you got a guy like Katron Allen or a guy like Singleton sitting there in the 5th.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Caleb Johnson might be on the first thing smoking out of there. On the first thing smoking and gone, bro. Get him out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're right. You're right. Let me see something. Something going on here. Jay's
I'm
Upper
watching.
Teeth said, Felicia always trying to make me prove my love. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I told
I
you.
knew
I saw
something.
it.
You were right, G. You sniffed it
I
out.
told
You
you.
sniffed it out.
I saw it. I'm staying out of it, bro. That's between them. But listen. All I know is that somebody needs to prove that they a baller. Somebody look at Big Ben there talking about, oh, Big Ben. Okay, yeah. That's I'm staying out of it. I'm staying out of it, man. I'm out of it.
I'm out of it. I'm out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So Justin says, as long as Caleb's brain doesn't shut off mid-play like the kickoff or the kick return. Yeah. I mean, that was bad. That was bad.
All he got to do is take the snap and fall forward. Hell, that ain't hard.
Nope, it isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't. Arch Baby Doll says, I can't wait to see what our team can do now. I'm like you. I'm starting to get excited, G. We still got more moves to make. You know, we still have more things that we need to do. But I am starting to get more and more excited. This quarterback thing's actually pissing me off. But at some point, you just have to accept it. You know, at some point, you as a Steeler fan, we don't have to like it, but we just have to accept it. It is what it is. Rodgers going to come in whenever he's going to come in, you know, yada, 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 and that is what it is. But I will throw this. Let's just say Rodgers retires. Let's play devil's advocate here. Let me get to this super chat first before I do that. Anthony says, this offseason move with a good draft with Aaron got me salivating. I don't know if I'm salivating, but I like what the Steelers are doing. I definitely like what the Steelers are doing. But let's say, all right, another super chat. Hold on one second. Said A-Rod is QB1, and they'll build around him to win now. Will is trash with a noodle arm, and Beck is worth. Jeez.
Damn, Debbie doing both
Looks like
under
a
the bus.
drug addict.
Yeah. Damn. He is about 30 years old, though. He about 30. He old as hell.
appreciate you, Super. He's only 23, G. He's just been in college. He went to college in 2020. I'm
Man,
like, come on, man. What are you doing?
I'm
What are you
checking
doing?
birth certificates and IDs, bro. I'm checking. I don't get. I'm checking. Let me see.
Uh, Here's the thing. Now let's just say that Aaron Rodgers retires. Okay, chat. If
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers retires, where do the Steelers go? Because I don't believe that Mason Rudolph is going to be the starting quarterback. I think the Steelers try to get Ty Simpson somehow, G.
Oh
I,
my God.
I believe it. I believe they try to get Ty Simpson, and Ty Simpson would be the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Week
I mean,
one.
yeah, they would run him out there. There's no doubt about it. But B, I'll tell you this much. I'll tell you this much. I do believe this. If the Steelers take a quarterback, third round or higher, Aaron Rodgers might not be coming back. I'll put that on wax and put that on record. We have three third round picks, a second round pick, and a first round pick. That's 5 of the first 100. If the Steelers take a quarterback with one of those 5 of the first 100, Aaron Rodgers might not be coming back. But because the question you posed is if Rodgers doesn't come back, what do they do? Well, we got to get a guy in here. We got to get a guy. There's who's left on the market? Who's left? Nobody. Mac Jones? Hell no. So I'm saying and we'd have to give up draft capital to get him. So there's no move left. Kirk Cousins? I mean, that's who's on the street. Kirk Cousins, Mac Jones, or do we draft a quarterback and make that quarterback and Will Howard fight for the position? I'm leaning more towards that, B. That's just my thoughts. So if they take a quarterback with any of those picks of the first 5, he might not be back, B. He might not be back.
Do you think that they would take somebody in the third round because they know he's not coming back? Or do you think if they took somebody in the third round that he just wouldn't come back? I think it's the lie. I think if they take somebody in the third round, I think it's because they know he's not coming back.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that point more than the first point. I agree that they know without a doubt that he's not. And then there you have to get a guy that's going to push Howard. And let's be clear, McCarthy's going to draft. If he knows Rodgers is not coming back, he's going to draft his guy, bro. Right. I mean, that's how McCarthy, everywhere he's went, he's got his guy. He's got his guy. So there's no doubt that he'll get a quarterback. And I am not about no Kirk Cousins. I am not. And I would hate for that to happen. I am not, and I'm putting it on record, about no Mac Jones. No. Draft me a rookie, let him and Howard fight it out, and we'll figure it out. Because and this is my point. The goal is, and what we've both been screaming for over a year, build the 53-man roster to be ready to insert the franchise quarterback. That could happen in 2026. It damn for sure could happen in 2027. But build the roster so when you insert the quarterback, we have an opportunity to actually win playoff games. That's what this is about. So I'm okay if we got to kick the can down the road for a year and we suffer. I'm one of the few Steeler fans that's cool with us losing 9-10 games because we got an opportunity to get a guy that we need, but the roster is built the way it needs to be built. I understand. I understand that our standard is higher, but but Rodgers might not come back. He might not.
He may not, but here's the thing. The way the roster is, I don't think they're going to lose 9 or 10 games. I don't think that is going to happen. I think the roster is too good to lose 9 or 10 games. Now, injuries happen, things of that could happen, and you never know, whatever. But I don't think the way that the Steelers roster is built, I don't think there's a 9 or 10 lost season on the horizon. Let me get to Mason's super chat that I missed earlier. Said I'm excited to at least see modern on both sides of the ball because we had the most boring and predictable schemes this past season. So basically, Mason wants some modernization, which I agree. He's excited about seeing some modernization. I'm with it. He also said, I'd rather see Mason Will rookie camp battle than the remains of Kirk Cousins at this point.
Hell
I
no.
mean,
Get Kirk Cousins out of
I,
here.
I brought that up earlier today,
Mhm.
but I'm all the way out on Kirk Cousins. I'm
Yeah,
all
I
the way
don't.
out.
I can't do it. B, I
No.
wouldn't be able to take it. I wouldn't be able to take it because we know what's going to happen. We
Yeah,
know.
standing for about 6 games.
Yep.
And then he's going to play mediocre for about another 6 games.
Hmm.
And then 4 of those games, he's going to play like absolute trash.
Yeah.
And it's going
The
to end up
wheels going to fall
costing us.
off. Yeah,
Yes.
the wheels going to fall off that bad baby quick.
Anthony with the super chat said, I truly say that because I've seen when we're clicking, we can be very dangerous. No, you're right.
Mhm.
The Steelers can be dangerous. So,
Tyrone said if they draft Beck, they need to fire the whole front office. Hey, listen, Tyrone, I'm going to one-up you. If they draft Beck, Rooney need to sell the damn team.
exactly.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here with the quickness.
Hey,
With the
Mr. Robert, how you doing, man? I hope you are feeling better, Mr. Robert, and you haven't been trying to move no furniture. You haven't been trying to do too much, that you're just on your feet, moving around well, getting better. Tell me that you're feeling good, sir, and because the chat loves you. We don't need you trying to move no furniture for people, man. Don't be doing that no more.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that. Just get on your feet and take care of yourself.
Yeah,
Just take
facts.
care of
Absolutely.
yourself. So,
Absolutely.
Steel City Sal says if that O-line mauls, and Rodgers returns with these weapons plus the defense plus draft, woo, AFC North, line up one at a time. Steelers are coming. I
Yeah,
mean,
I agree.
he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, things have to fall into place. But again, I think people get enamored. And again, we talked about it earlier. Is Aaron Rodgers, like, he doesn't have mobility, but the way Aaron Rodgers played quarterback in and out of the right plays. I mean, 3,300 yards, 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's not a bad year, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that's MVP status, but wouldn't we have taken that kind of play the last 4 years at quarterback? Abso-freaking-lutely we would have. We
Yeah.
absolutely would have. We just didn't get
B,
it.
B, look what he did. Look what he got 3,300 yards with.
Correct.
Kenneth Gainwell was the #1 receiver. I mean, what the hell? DK Metcalf got suspended 2 games. Who in the hell was the second wide receiver? Darnell Washington got hurt.
Yeah,
I mean,
we won a division this year. We won the last game of the year to win the division, and our wide receiver 1 was Calvin Austin, 2 Adam Thielen, 3 MVS
Skillet.
Skillet Hands himself.
Yeah.
Then we had Kenneth Gainwell. Darnell Washington was out, so we had Fryermuth and Fish Juice, Jonnu Smith out there running around. I go and Ben Skoranek and Roman Wilson, who didn't get a helmet, and Scotty Miller. Those were the weapons that the Steelers won a division title with. It's got to be better this year. It's got to be better.
It's better right now.
It's better right now.
It's better right now. You added Michael Pittman Jr. and Rico Dowdle. I mean, we're better right now, today, with just those 2 acquisitions. So it's going to work out, man.
Jay Gordon on Thunderbird, he says, if no Aaron Rod or no A-Rod, go get Joe Milton. Pecan has
hell no.
No Joe Milton. No Joe Milton.
Boy, you lucky you ain't over there where I'm at. Because Matrix would be a penalty flag on the play, baby. A penalty flag on the play. Hell no. Joe Milton?
No. No Joe Milton. So, all right, people. Well, we have got now here's the thing. The producer pre-warned us and said a diabolical producer question. Now, you know, his producer questions are already insane, but he promised a diabolical producer question. That's what he said. So, it'll be interesting to see what producer question comes up, G, because remember in the chat, he said, I got to buy a diabolical producer question, though.
Bruh, I mean, listen, he could, B, he has been building momentum. He's been building momentum. Last week sucked. Let's be clear.
Yeah,
So last week sucked, but he was building momentum before then, right? If he hits us with one of the worst ones I've ever seen, man, he's going all the way back to the beginning. He's going all the way back. We're going to start him all the way back at the beginning, man. He did. Listen, it's horrible. Oh, God. Oh, God, B. Here
All
we
right,
go.
here we go. If you could use a time machine to plug in one of these past free agent signings at their same age, which are you choosing to either solidify a position or stack a certain group? Or
Oh,
yeah, or stack a certain group. So A, Alejandro Villanueva solved the Broderick Jones medical mystery and solidify the left tackle spot for 5 years.
oh, God.
B, Ryan Clark pair with Ramsey, Elliott, Brisker. You create a four safety, big dime that can cover and stop the run.
Oh, God.
C, inside linebacker James Ferrier.
Oh,
In the
God.
Queen, the Queen drama, and give Patrick Graham a coach on the field, fill in the locker room leadership vacuum. And C, Joe Hayden joining Joey Porter Jr. and Jamel Dean create a no-fly zone ready for pass-heavy NFL. Make sure you put a hashtag in front of your answer so that it tabulates at the bottom of the screen.
B, first of all, I want to apologize to the executive producer and was saying that his comments or his question would be big trash. You did an outstanding job, executive producer, with this question. This is going to take some discussion and some debate. Now, B, I'm gonna be straight up with you.
Okay?
I'm leaning to C right off the back. I'm leaning to C right off the back. James, listen, man, James Ferrier, the real, will the real green dot please stand up? That there he is. That's a green dot for real, bro. A beast, right? But Villanueva at left tackle, Ryan Clark. Now I don't know if Ryan Clark will work in today's football.
Right.
I don't know if he worked in today's football. So it's about, and Joe Hayden in his prime. Oh, could you imagine? Now at that point, Joe Hayden slides into the nickel corner. Oh my God, it would be diabolical. Hayden, Dean, and JPJ. Oh my God. Oh my God. So B, this is all,
Samuel Jr.
yeah. That's diabolical. This a hard answer, B. This a hard
Well,
answer.
the first one I can eliminate B because you can't have four safeties out there playing at the same time. So
That's facts.
I'll eliminate that one. And
Mm-hmm.
then I'm going to eliminate Joe Hayden because when he signed with the Steelers, while he was still good, it wasn't at his prime when he was with Cleveland.
That's facts.
So I'll eliminate that one. So
Mm-hmm.
now you got James Ferrier or Alejandro Villanueva.
Oh God.
Here's the thing, G. Are we sure that Dylan Cook can't play? Because if we're
No.
sure of that, then this is an easy answer. Then it's Villanueva.
Mm-hmm.
But if we still think that he can play, because we saw him play very well, if we think he can play, then it's got to be Ferrier. That's the thing. What do you believe, G? Do you believe that Dylan Cook is the answer at left tackle? Because if he is, it's C all day long. But if it's not, then you again, I always do the hierarchy of football. A left tackle is more important than the middle linebacker, even though
Yes.
that's the quarterback of the defense. I totally understand. But if you don't have a left tackle that can protect your quarterback, your team's not any good. Just period. Your team is not any good. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs as the perfect example. They
Yeah.
didn't have a left tackle that could protect their quarterback, and they were not any good. And that was with Patrick freaking Mahomes.
Yeah. So let me ask you this question:
Okay?
Is Hunter and Anderson the best duo on a team edge rushers in the National Football League? The best
I mean,
1-2
they
combo.
were last year. For sure, they
So
were last year.
that's why Cook maybe looked didn't look as great because he was against the number one set of edge rushers in the National Football League.
But
Well,
I mean, do you have to measure yourself against the best?
I mean, that's part of the job.
Right.
The part of the
It's
part of
exactly
what
right. So, I mean, I get it. Now, the one thing is he didn't look horrible the whole game,
Mhm,
but I mean that he looked bad enough to where you could easily say, yeah, he got his ass kicked. Okay, him and Troy, they both got whipped.
mhm.
But was it just the game? And because again, his other tape looked really good.
That's facts.
So for me, I trust Cook, and so I'm gonna say CG. That's the reason. Is because I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt of trusting him, and so then I can't pass up bringing James Ferrier. Yeah, I can't pass
Mhm.
him up being on my football team. Lord heaven, I mean, if we had James Ferrier right now, I don't know what I'd do with myself.
Okay. Now I got another twist. I got one more twist. James Ferrier had Casey Hampton playing in front of him.
He did.
Is there a Casey Hampton on our roster?
No.
Will James Ferrier look the same?
But NFL's played differently now too.
That's facts.
Casey Hampton
That's
wouldn't only be on the field about 24% of the time.
yeah. But all 24 of them snaps, James Ferrier wouldn't get touched.
Now, I mean, I understand that, but I'm just saying Casey Hampton, while we love him and he was great, NFL has played differently now. He wouldn't be near as effective as what he was. Because teams throw the football too much and they line up with 11 personnel. He wouldn't be out there.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And James Ferrier could run. Let's be clear. He wasn't just downhill, blow up the run all day and night. He was good in coverage.
Correct.
He was good in coverage. So I got to go with C, but you made a valid point for A, man. You made a valid point for A. But I'm sold. I think Cook, with a year playing under his belt, and I know it's going to be a camp battle if Jones is healthy, but I'm with rolling Cook out there at left tackle next year. I'm okay with that.
Right.
I really am. But I don't know if I'm okay with Queen and Wilson side by side each other next year, rolling them out in the middle. I don't know if I'm all the way okay with that. So give me Ferrier. Give me Ferrier, bro. That's my answer. C's my answer.
I'll take C because I think Cook, and somebody brought it up in the chat, with better coaching and a whole training camp, working with the ones and getting real attention in camp. Because let's just be honest about it. He wasn't getting the kind of work and the kind of attention in training camp. I mean, he was the fourth string. He's the damn fourth string tackle. So he wasn't getting the reps. He wasn't getting the same coaching. He wasn't getting all of that. He'll get that this year from a better O-line coach.
Yeah.
So for me, I think that's my thing. For me, I think that is the key on why I think Dylan Cook's going to be okay.
Yeah. Hell, we got two O-line coaches. Let's be clear. The whole line needs to come up.
Absolutely.
The whole line. We got two O-line coaches. So yeah, I'm with those guys being okay. But James Ferrier he's a monster, man. James Ferrier. So yeah, run it C. Run the answer with C. I think that's what the people said. I think they said, yeah, looking at the percentages, look like James Ferrier C. Look like it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. Well, good conversation. Good show tonight, man. G. Again, man, I want to apologize. I know we ran a little bit or got on late. I'm in a different spot, so it shows me looking down the whole time because I'm not able to look at the things because I had somebody hit a power grid in my neighborhood, and I think it messed up something in my studio. So it is what it is. But having said all that, good show. Appreciate everybody being in here. Thank you as always. G, tell everybody where they can find you at.
Man, everybody can always find me 2 times a week over here on Steelers Almighty. Live every week with Big B on the Big Show. The Draft Lab last week was diabolical. B, I was looking in there. We damn near got 10,000 people to watch that damn show. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Almighty Crew. Follow, like, and watch that show. The draft. And listen, this week on the Draft Lab, we start with Christine's favorite position, the Big Uglies. Up front, the inside Big Uglies defensive tackles. She's going to be loving it this week, Christine. You're going to love it. So make sure you check the Draft Lab out, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here on Steelers Almighty. Otherwise, I'm on the Know It All's podcast channel. It's capital KNOITALLZ. Put a piece up today asking the question, do the Pittsburgh Steelers have a top 5 defensive back room in the National Football League as of today? Because we got people. So make sure you go to the Know It All's podcast channel, check it out, watch all the content, keeping it 100, smash the gas, pump your brakes is coming back over there on the Know It All's podcast channel, and my favorite show, Menace to Yins, Mondays at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. On the Know It All, Steelers all the time with your boy Big G.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So appreciate everybody being in here. We got through a show with not a whole lot of people talking about Meat Whip. It's unbelievable, G. We got through it without a whole lot of talk of Meat Whip. So I appreciate that. Actually, I don't, because I love talking, but there was nothing to talk about this week. We'll be sure to bring it back up next week. We need to put some pressure on producer so we can get some Meat Whip merch out to everybody. So I appreciate you guys, man. Draft Lab is on Friday. Podcast will be up tomorrow. Make sure you guys are there to check it out. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, aloha.